بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ألف لام ميم تنزيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. اللهم إنا نسألك الإخلاص في القول والعمل. اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد آمين يا رب العالمين. بسم الله. Okay, last day. It was a little bit bittersweet, alhamdulillah. It is a ni'mah, of course. We recognize and say alhamdulillah for the ni'mah that Allah has allowed us to come reach the last day, alhamdulillah. Let's make a start, inshallah. We'll be going through the last 3 ayat of Surah As-Sajdah. How time has flown, huh? Very, very fast, subhanallah. Okay, so we start off, of course, with the isti'adha and the basmala. Sister Shireen, if you could join me for this. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
I'm going to get you to say it one more time. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
What I would like you to do is when you're joining ar-rajim, now this is a very small mistake. It's not a big mistake. It's just inshallah to polish you up, because alhamdulillah, barakallah feek, there is your recitation is good, alhamdulillah. When you say ar-rajim, I think about the completion of the fatha, the fatha on the ra. When you say ar-ra, it's not complete. It sounds a little bit like, for example, I'm not sure if I can copy you exactly, but something like من الشيطان الرجيم, kind of like this, right? You want ra. As you say the ra, when the tongue comes down, let it come down all the way, then bring the middle of the tongue up for the jim. Okay, so finish the ra completely first. Just how you say ra, ra, the complete movement of the tip of the tongue moving down away from the makhraj, complete that before you start the jim. من الشيطان الرجيم.
من الشيطان الرجيم.
Much better. Barakallahu fiki. Very good, alhamdulillah. Sister Isha, if you'd like to join me for the basmala. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, I have a feeling that when you say the name of Allah, when you say the lam, when you say Bismillah, I feel like you're opening the jaw a lot. So it's like Bismillah. You see, the sound will change if you open the mouth too much. So when we say the fathat, when we say any letter that has the fatha, we open the mouth just, it's not too much, it's not exaggerated. So try to open the mouth a little bit less. Bismillah, la. We'll try it again. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
It's a little bit better, but it can still be better still. So just remember to open the mouth a little bit less, inshallah, with the lam in lafz al-jalala. And also when you say ar-Rahman, I think there's a general pattern where when you have a letter that has a fatha with a mad alif, so when it's extended, that is when you open the mouth more than you should. So have a look in the mirror, inshallah, and see, you'll be able to tell how much you're actually opening the mouth, inshallah. May Allah make it easy for you. Okay, so we come to ayah number 28. And we have here the word وَيَقُولُونَ. Now, when we say وَيَقُولُونَ, the qaf is heavy. Okay, make sure that you circle the lips for the dhamma, and then the lips stay circled while we pronounce قُولُوا. Qulu. If your lips start to change, it's going to change the oo sound and it's not going to sound right. Okay, so you must keep the lips circled for qulu. Okay, both of them have a mad, they both have a mad wow after them. So in continuation, we will make them 2 counts each. Okay, as we've seen before, the wow here is the second last letter. So if we were to stop, so supposing for some reason I have to stop on wa yaqulun, maybe I can feel that I'm going to be cough coming up or something, and I can't continue. Then I will say وَيَقُولُونَ. I will stop. Okay, but then the wow becomes mada. This last second last wow after the lam, this becomes a mada arid li sukun. It can be 2 counts, 4 counts, or 6 counts long. Okay, so you can choose whichever one is easy for you, inshallah. We then have the word mata. Mata, the alif saghira here, again 2 count mad. Mim and ta are both light letters, so alhamdulillah we don't need to think about switching to heavy or trapping of sounds and things like this. So most people mata, they find it relatively easy, especially if it's after the noon. Oh, the other thing I do want to mention is actually the noon, it is a light letter, so I have to say quluna, then move away from the circling of the lips completely. So when you say na, don't say no, don't start saying the noon on your way back as you start relaxing the lips. وَيَقُولُونَ, right? As your lips start to come back, you start to say the na. That's not going to give the noon the right sound. So as you say yaqulu, then bring the lips completely back and relax, then go for the noon. This will help to make sure that the noon is light. And then the lightness gets carried through to the mim and the ta. Then we have hadha, again, mad alif. This mad alif after the dhal, this one is mad tabi'i, it is 2 counts, but that's only in the case of stopping. Okay, if I was to stop on the word hadha, I would recite this mad alif. However, this alif does have a sukoon on it that we can't see, and it is joint with the lam, which is also sakina. So here we have a case of iltiqa'u sakinain. Again, if this term doesn't make sense, don't worry. It just means there's 2 sukoons straight after each other. And so what we do in this case is we drop the mad alif. So we do not recite this alif. We go from the dhal to the lam. We say hadhal, not hadhal. We don't prolong the dhal. Okay. The lam, of course, we know is tawassut, so we let it run for a little bit. And then we have the fa joining with the ta. And the ta, remember, we said is a letter of tawassut. It is also excuse me, astaghfirullah. It's not a letter of tawassut. It is a letter of shidda and hams. We stop the sound and then we hear the breath. هذا الفتح فت فت فت. Stop the sound first, then the breath. Hu, of course, circling the lips. And then here we have a noon sakin followed by a kaf. This is our ikhfa haqiqi, but this is the special case of ikhfa haqiqi because it's followed by the noon sakin is followed by a qaf or a kaf. So in this case, it's a kaf. What do we do? Remember, we block the makhraj. This is the one where you don't go close to the kaf. You actually block the makhraj of the kaf. Okay, so we say ing, ing. We don't say the incorrect way would be Can you see how it sounds different? So you don't want to, and that's if you're not at the makhraj, but you're close to it. So you don't want to be doing it that way. You block the makhraj for the entire time that you are doing the ghunna. Whilst you say ing, for that whole time, you're blocking and you're at the place of kaf pressing on it. Sister Shazia, if I could get you to try this, please. In kuntum. Good. The ing part, the ikhfa hakiki there was good. We also have another ikhfa hakiki straight after, nun sakin followed by a ta. Again, this is your regular ikhfa hakiki, in that now we don't go and block the ta. We don't, we go, as we say the ghunna, when we say what are we doing? Our tip of the tongue is close to the articulation point of ta. It's very close. It's almost touching, but it's not quite touching. Okay. Only when we start saying tu, then we got a funny notification coming up. Can everybody on YouTube still hear me okay?
Yes.
On YouTube, could you please let me know in the chat? Normally takes a minute just for the sound to come through, the messages to come through. Okay, I'm going to continue. If you can hear me, please let me know on the YouTube chat, because I am a little bit worried that it's not coming through. Okay, so we have alhamdulillah, it seems to be, yeah,
It's working fine, Salma.
Okay, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khairan. So we have the word kuntum, the ikhfa haqiqi, you get ready close to the ta. So these two ikhfas actually sound different. is if you hear the first one is ing, ing, the second one is gwa, gwa, gwa. So with the second one, when you say the first one, you say ing, you feel the sound at the back, right? It's going through the nasal cavity. It's the passage for the sound is blocked, so the sound can't come forward in the mouth, right? We say ing, but when you say gwa, gwa, now it's not blocked anymore. The back is relaxed because we're not at the makhraj of kaf anymore. The back of is down, and now the tip of the tongue has come close to the ta, so the sound is coming forward now in the mouth. We say gwa, gwa, gwa. Let's try this again, Sister Shazia. Alhamdulillah, jazakallah khairan for your messages. In kuntum.
Kuntum.
When you say kuntum also, when you say the ku, the lips are circled. When you start saying the ghunna of the noon, relax your lips. Because again, this will change the sound. It will sound like gung, gung. It starts to sound heavy, right? So you want to say ku, gung. Relax the lips when you start saying the ghunna of the noon. As you start doing the ghunna. Ku, kuntum.
Kuntum.
Yeah, that's heading definitely in the right direction, Sister Shazia. Well done. Now let's try both together. So this is going to require a bit more concentration because you've got to then shift back to what you just did after doing the first one. In kuntum.
Kuntum.
Not bad, mashallah. Barakallah fiki, jazakallah khairan, Sister Shazia. Then we have the word sadiqeen. The sad is a letter of itbaq and isti'la. It's heavy. If we have the trapping sound, we say saw. Saw. It's the one where your sound is going straight up towards the middle of the upper palate. And you it's like the sound, you're trying to keep the sound in your mouth. Instead of saying saw, you're saying saw, saw. Let's try this, Sister Shazia. Sadiqeen.
Sadiqeen.
Good, good. The sword is very nice. The dal can be a bit lighter. Sadiqeen. Sadiqeen.
Sadiqeen.
Yes, yes, very good. Let's try it from the top, inshallah. ويقولون متى هذا الفتح إن كنتم صادقين.
Is it okay if I stop somewhere?
Sorry,
If the
sister.
breath is... I said, is it
Yes.
okay if I stop?
Yeah, that's okay. You just stop. You can stop on ويقولون هذا الفتح. Well, actually, I'll do it with you. ويقولون متى هذا الفتح.
ويقولون متى هذا الفتح.
I need to hit just the ha at the end. It's very good, Sister Shazia, mashallah. Very good effort. Alhamdulillah, barakallah fiki. When you stop on the word fath, you have to let the ha then is rakhawa, let it run. Al-fath.
الفتح.
I can't hear the ha. Sometimes online the microphone doesn't pick up the ha because it's just breath. It's like a whisper. Let's try it one more time. Al-fath.
الفتح.
Mm.
Did you
Can
get
you
it?
hear it? Yes, you can hear it. Okay, yeah. So it's just the mic can't pick it up. So I'll have to let that one go, inshallah. Papa Juksana, if you can join me for the next part. In kuntum sadiqin. Oh, Papa, you're on mute.
Sorry.
That's okay.
إن كنتم صادقين.
Sad is good, good. In kuntum Papa. In, don't think about remember when you go to the kaf, at the moment you're going for the qaf. You're going in, it sounds heavy. Remember, you want to go to the makhraj of kaf. In, it's a little bit lighter. In kuntum.
إن كنتم
Good, yes, much better, Barakallahu. Let's finish the last word. Sadiqeen.
صادقين.
The qaf, a bit more back, Papaji. Sadiqeen.
صادقين. صادقين.
Barakallahu fiki, very nice. Alhamdulillah, jazakallah khairan, alhamdulillah. Let's go on to the next ayah, inshallah. Here we have the word qul. The qaf, you have to just make, it is a heavy letter and it has a dhamma. Make sure it's heavy and you're circling the lips for the dhamma. The lam is tawassut, of course, not too long, not too short. The waw here is rakhawa, yawma, yawma. You see how I let it run? Not just yawma, yawma, yawma. You let it run. Then we have the word, the beam is joined with the lam again, tawassut, yawmal, yawmal. The waw is the longest. The lams in qul and al-fathi, the lams are less time than you spend on the waw. قل يوم الفتح. Okay. قل يوم الفتح. Isha?
قل يوم الفتح
Very good, mashallah. Jazakallah khairan. لا ينفعون. Here we have a noon sakin followed by a fa. This again is ikhfa haqiqi again. Again, it's a light ikhfa haqiqi and it's the regular one. So here again, hide the noon. How do we hide it? The tip of the tongue does not hit the articulation point of noon. We do not say yen. Instead, the tongue gets ready for the mouth gets ready for the makhraj of the fa. The fa, remember, is the inside of the bottom lip with the bottom edge of the upper two incisors. We say ya fa. Ya fa. I go close to the fa, but I'm not pronouncing the fa until I want to say the fatha, until I say the z. Okay, so we say ya fa, ya fa. You feel the fa coming after, okay, but ya, you're close to the fa. Ya fa, and then we have the, let's actually practice that. Sister Isha, let's say this one. La yanfa.
لا ينفع
Very good, Bark. Alhamdulillah. The ain, then again, the dhamma, make sure you circle the lips. This is joined with a lam. When you first join with the lam, it is tawassut. So you say, La yanfa'u alladhina, ulladhina. You let the lam run for a little bit, then you carry on with the rest of the word. We have a mad tabi'i, which is your harakatain in wasl. This again, if you're stopping and say alladhin, it would become mad alid li sukun 2, 4, 6 counts. But because we will continue reciting, we will say alladhina, alladhina kafaru. We will make sure that this is طبيعي حركتين. كفروا, the kaf, again, light, light. The ra is heavy. It has a dhamma. The waw after it is what we call madja is munfasil. It is 4 or 5 counts long in continuation. So if I go on and read the next word and say kafaru imanuhum, right? If I carried on reading on to the next word, then I will make it 4 or 5 counts. However, if I stop and just say kafaru, then it's only 2 counts. It's only 2 counts for that last waw after the ra. Okay. We have imanuhum. This ya is a 2 count mad. This is called mad badal. It has a different name, but it's still the same timing. It's like a regular mad tabi'i, but it's called mad badal. We also have a mad tabi'i with the alif saghira after the mim. And then when we say this last part, imanuhum, we just want to make sure we don't say no. It's very easy. A lot of sisters do it. I used to do it when I first started learning. No, not no, no. Imanuhum. Okay, just making sure that the dhammas are clear there. The meme here followed by the waw is an is idhar shafawi. So again, we make the meme clear and it is tawassut. So not too long, not too short. The lam here is followed by a mad alif, again mad tabi'i, harakatain, 2 counts. We have a meme followed by a ya. This again is the same as what we just saw. It is a idhar shafawi. Again, the meme is clear and we complete it for the tawassut. And then we have yunzarun. Now this is where it gets a little bit more interesting because I think we've only seen, I explained this once, so this is the second time. We have a noon sakin followed by a la. La is a heavy letter. So yes, this is a ikhfa haqiqi, but it's a different type of ikhfa haqiqi because it has a heavy gunna. The gunna doesn't sound light like it does in, for example, yanfa, yanfa. What was the other one that we saw in the previous ayah? In kuntum. They all sound light. In this word, yunwarun, the noon is followed by the letter dha, which is heavy. So we need to make sure the gunna is now, because we get ready for the heavy letter, whilst we do the gunna becomes heavy sounding because you're in a heavy letter position because you're close to the makhraj of the dha. So we don't say you would be wrong. We don't want it sounding like that. That sounds light. You go for the heavy dha. You're close to the heavy dha. To pronounce the heavy dha, the back of the tongue is lifted. Okay, so we say dha, dha. Can you see how it sounds heavy now? The incorrect way is dha. That's wrong because the gunna is light. The gunna is heavy. Dha. As soon as you say the gunna, you're already in the very close to the position of the dha, and because it's a heavy letter, you're in the position of a heavy letter, the gunna sounds heavy too. Okay, let's try this, Sister Isha. وَلَا هُمْ يُنظَرُونَ.
ولا هم ينظرون
Not bad. One more time. وَلَا هُمْ يُنظَرُونَ.
ولا هم ينظرون
The dha itself, when you say the fatha on the dha, this can be heavier, Sister Isha. This letter is like the sad that we've seen in previous ayat, where we have the trapping sound and we're trying to keep the sound of the voice is directed straight up in the mouth. So we don't say yun dha. It can sound like a heavy dal. You want dha. So the sound goes straight up. Yun dharu.
ينظرون
That's a bit better. Jazakallah khairan. Let's try it from the beginning, inshallah. قل يوم الفتح لا ينفع الذين كفروا إيمانهم.
قل يوم الفتح لا ينفع الذين كفروا إيمانهم
ولا هم ينظرون.
ولا هم ينظرون
Say for me on its own, Allah.
ضا
This is better. So this same Allah I want in the word. We'll do it one more time. Allah.
ضا
Well, and remember when you say the law, it's the very tip of the tongue which touches the tip. The tongue doesn't really stick out that much. It's the very edge of the tongue touching the upper two incisors. Law.
ضا
ولا هم ينظرون.
ولا هم ينظرون
It's gone back to the old way, but you can say it in isolation, Sister Isha. So this just requires a bit of practice. So keep saying law when you're practicing. Keep saying the letter law on its own first, then put it in the word yunlarun. Okay, and then see whether they sound the same. Sometimes it's hard if you find it difficult to hear yourself as you are reciting. Record your voice and just listen to the law on its own, and then yunlarun. But this is something which you will be able to fix because you can say it in isolation. So alhamdulillah, something for you to work on, inshallah. Let's go on to the next ayah, the last ayah, alhamdulillah. So we have here, فَأَعْرِضْ. Now be careful here. It's very easy to make the ayn heavy and say fa'a, for example. Would be wrong. Fa'a. If your hamza is light, it would be easier to make the ayn light. Because often what sisters do is they'll make the hamza heavy. They'll say fa'a. And then because of the then the ayn becomes heavy too. So if you can say fa'a, rhyme your hamza with the fa, keep it light. Fa'a, it's easier to make the ayn light as well. The ra, of course, is light here because of the kasra. It has a zir on it. So the ra is, we don't say ri, we say ri. Fa'a'rid. The dad is, this is your challenge, I think, for today, for most students. The dad is the challenge because it is sakina. When a dad, we already know that dad, one, it's an isti'la letter, it's heavy. Secondly, has itbaq. So this means it's going to have the trapping sound. Okay, so it's not one where the sound freely flows, but it's trapped inside the mouth. So it has like an echoey type sound. The third thing is that it also has what we call istitala, right, which is the running of the sound through the makhraj of the dad. And what happens is as the sound travels from the back through the makhraj until the tip of the tongue, it then stops. But then you can't let go. The tip of the tongue you can't let go until you finish the dad completely, because you don't want to hear like a bounce at the end. You'll see what I mean, inshallah, when I say it. So here we say فَأَعْرِضْ. Can you see this running of the sound? Rid, rid, rid. But I'm not saying rid. The is letting go. You're not hearing the letting go. فَأَعْرِضْ. The sound just travels and then it stops. Once the sound stops, then you can let go with the tongue. But the tongue stays up until you fully finish the dad. Sister Shireen, let's try this one. فأعرض.
فأعرض.
Good. You can let it run a little bit longer though.
Okay.
What I suggest is when you say the dad, say it slowly. Feel yourself start from the back and then come slowly forward. فأعرض.
فأعرض.
This is better. Good. Barakallahu fiki. Then we have عنهم, the noon sakin followed by ha. This is إظهار حلقي. Here the noon is pronounced clearly because it's followed by a throat letter, and we complete it for the tawassut. Okay, so we don't cut it off too short. It's the middle timing. We have a meme followed by a wow. This is your idhar shafawi. So again, clear meme, do the tawassut. So with the noon and the meme both here are the same timing. Anhum wantadhir. Anhum. Try that, Sister Shireen.
عنهم وانتظر.
Good. And your ikhfa was beautiful. Barakallah fiki. Very nice. So you'll notice that the ikhfa here, we have a noon sakin followed by a ta. This is your ikhfa haqiqi. Again, light gunna. Get ready for the ta. It's the regular ikhfa. You just get ready for the ta. Like we saw in kuntum, that was also followed by a ta. So we're seeing the same thing here. Tawil. Now the thing to bear in mind here is once you've made done the gunna and it's light, keep the ta light. Ta. Then you go for a heavy law. So what happens is often sisters will start getting ready for the heavy law, but they'll start too early and the ta becomes heavy. They say one ta, they start to say ta instead of ta. So keep the ta light, one ta, then you go for a heavy law, and it's with a kasra. But this one, we do have a li. I know with the qaf in the past, we've said qi. It's not, doesn't sound over exaggerated. The la, because it has an extra level of heaviness, because it has the itbaq, it does still sound a little bit more than we see with the qaf, with the kasra. We don't say one talil. We say one talil, li, la, lu, li. It's the one where the sound goes straight up. The ra, of course, is tawassut, but the ra is the ra is light here because it has a sukoon. We look at the haraka before, it has a kasra, and so therefore the ra is light, but the ra is tawassut. So again, let it run for a little bit. Let's practice this word. وانتظر. Sister Shireen.
وانتظر.
Good. See, the ra runs as well for a little bit at the end. Good. We'll do it one more time for the sake of practice. وانتظر.
وانتظر.
Good. Alhamdulillah. Your ra was better this time. It's more jahar. Good. Alhamdulillah. إنهم, the noon mushaddad, we prolong the gunna. We have here a meme followed by a meme. This is your idgham mutamathilain. This is where you prolong the joining. It's akmal gunna. So we, just how we hold innahum, we then hold the hummun. Okay. Then again, we have another ikhfa haqiqi, the same one, noon sakin followed by a ta, just how we saw in wantawir, we see muntawirun. Again, the noon sakin followed by ta, ikhfa haqiqi, the la again is heavy. This time it may be a little bit easier because the ra after is heavy. We're not switching to a light ra straight after. The ra is heavy too. And then, of course, when we stop on the noon is tawassut, not too long, not too short. Let's try this, Sister Shireen, from the beginning. فأعرض عنهم وانتظر إنهم منتظرون.
فأعرض عنهم وانتظر إنهم منتظرون.
Good. Just work on, for example, after you say the ra in one talir, after you said the ra,
منتظر. Yeah,
just short.
I
Yeah,
made a
just
mistake. Yeah.
do that, and then also the sharpness of the hamza. Okay, the e straight after. Let's do this one more last time. فأعرض عنهم وانتظر إنهم منتظرون.
فأعرض عنهم وانتظر إنهم منتظرون.
Barakallahu fiki. We will do this one last time, just for the sake of practice, inshallah. This is quite a challenging ayah. Generally, it gives an opportunity for everyone at home also. Sister Shireen, just one thing with the ra, I didn't hear the tawassut of the ra in one talir. Just keeping the ra.
وانتظر.
Yes. See, when you say it on translation, even before when you
Yeah,
said it on its own, I can hear
yeah.
it. When it's in the ayah, I don't. So just pay attention to this, inshallah. Last time, everybody, give it your best shot, inshallah. I want to end, inshallah, with we started with sincerity. May Allah accept that from us. May Allah keep our hearts sincere. And we started with trying our best. We are trying to work with ihsan. We want to end this last ayah with ihsan. So let's try to give it the best that we can, inshallah. No, just give me 1 second. فأعرض عنهم وانتظر إنهم منتظرون.
فأعرض عنهم وانتظر إنهم منتظرون.
بارك فيك يا الحمد لله جزاك الله خيرا Sister Shireen جزاك الله خيرا to all of you Sister Shazia Sister Roxana Sister Isha alhamdulillah. That brings us to the end of I don't want to say Quran study because it doesn't bring us to the end of our Quran study. It brings us to the end of our what we intended to study for Surah As-Sajdah. And of course, our study of Surah As-Sajdah will never end. This is not something that ever comes to completion anyway, because each time we revisit Surah again and again and again, whether it's the Tajweed or the Tafsir, there is always something new. There is always something new to learn. So our study, inshallah, will continue. So I want to first end, of course, with Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah bi ni'matihi tatimmu salihat. We have ended this, we have reached the end, Alhamdulillah. May Allah accept this from us. May Allah forgive us for our shortcomings and our deficiencies in studying. In whatever way that has happened, may Allah forgive us. So also Jazakallah khairan. Jazakallah khairan, of course, to the students who have been with us in the actual lesson taking part. I think Sister Zuleika did mention a few days ago how it's not easy to be able to, to attend a class and then recite and have an audience. So please do make dua. If you've benefited from this class, please do make dua for the students who are taking part. Sister Shazia, Sister Rukhsana, Popaji Rukhsana, my Popaji Rukhsana, Rukhsana for you guys. Sister Shireen, Sister Isha, please do make dua for these sisters. May Allah give them thabat in what they have benefited from, what they have gained. May Allah also provide and continue to open doors for them so that they may continue to excel and continue to apply and learn what they have learned. May Allah also give them the understanding and the ability to apply what they have learned. And may Allah make this all something which is heavy on their scale of good deeds and something which is for them and not against them on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Please do remember them, especially in this month. Please do remember them in your du'as. Also, of course, Jazakallah khairan to Sister Zuleika. I know I'm not going to get a chance to say, but I just want to remind you all also, please do remember Sister Zuleika in your du'as. She will, it's not finished yet, so I don't want you thinking that it's completely ended. The tafsir is yet to come. The tafsir will start as soon as I finish, inshallah, so please do stay with us. But of course, we ask that Allah rewards Sister Zuleika, preserves her, protects her, gives her good health, and keeps using her. Allahumma sta'amilna wa la tastabdilna. May Allah keep using her in this path of studying and sharing what she learns with the rest of us, because I'm sure, like me, many of you have benefited from going through, and because of her sharing of her knowledge, may Allah keep her sincere on this path, and may Allah protect her heart and her deeds from any kind of interference or any corruption. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. We do welcome your feedback. So please, if you have any kind of feedback, suggestions, any kind of feedback, we welcome this. Please do drop us a message. You can leave a message either on our website, or you can go to, if you're on our Telegram group, you could feel free to leave a message or a comment there. And also in the YouTube channel, if you want to leave a message, you could please do feel free to leave a message there too. So Jazakallah khairan to all of you for attending. Also, even you students who have not, I have not actually heard you reciting, but you have been with us in the class. So those of you joining from the YouTube, may Allah reward you. May Allah, you have started this class with an intention to benefit from the Quran. You wanted to improve your recitation. You wanted to understand the words of your Lord so that you can gain or strengthen your relationship with Him. I ask Allah that He keeps, He allows, He opens these doors for you, and He keeps on strengthening your relationship with Him, and He guides you to do all of the actions that pleases Him. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. So, of course, as I mentioned, this isn't the end. So I know when we get to sometimes when it feels like something is coming to its completion or it won't be continuing, we sometimes feel like that's it, the door is closed, but the door is not closed. There are still many opportunities and many things that you can still do. And to that effect, I do want to kind of talk about some of the things that we provide at QSL for those of you that wish to continue. So QSL does provide courses similar to the ones that you've experienced, so the Tajweed class, for example, and the Tafsir. We do provide these as courses where you can continue to study. Most of our courses start from September each year, and they run through through the academic years. So we do take holidays when the schools take holidays, and we run until about June time. We hold courses in Tajweed, and we hold two types of courses in Tajweed. The first one is our standard regular course. This is really geared towards beginners, intermediate. So if you have never studied Tajweed before, you are most welcome. You will definitely, this course is designed for you in mind. And also for those of you that have studied some Tajweed before, you want to further your study, you want to improve on what you already know, then this course is for you. Typically classes are twice a week and they run for about 1.5 hours each. The other course is our Tajweed intensive course. This one is designed for those students who are advanced level. They have already studied a lot of the Tajweed before, they understand a lot of the concepts, and their recitation is of a good level. If you feel that you're not sure which course is suitable for you, then please do get in touch. We can arrange an assessment and see which course is more suitable for you. But the intensive normally runs once a week. It's for 2 hours for a session. Both of those courses, whether you do the standard or whether you do the intensive, they have plenty of recitation practice with a teacher. So you get plenty of opportunity in every lesson. Inshallah, you will get an opportunity to actually recite to the teacher as well, and to get your one-to-one feedback. So this is the benefit, some of the benefits of studying the Tajweed with us. The other course that we offer is Arabic grammar. The Arabic grammar course is targeted towards Quranic Arabic. To understand, the focus of this course is to get you to understand the Quran. So it's nothing you won't particularly gain. You won't learn how to have converse in the Arabic language, but you will learn how to understand the words of Allah. This course typically runs once a week. It is 1.5 hours. And we have, and it's designed to, again, take you from beginner level through to the advanced level. What I really love about this course is it goes through at a very steady pace. So sometimes learning Arabic grammar rules, if you try to learn them too fast, it's very easy to forget some of the, especially some of the core foundational rules. And so if you study it at a steadier pace, then inshallah rules really start to settle in your mind. Not only that, but once we go over rules, we then also go through and give you many examples from the Quran itself, so you can see those concepts or those rules actually how they are applied and how you can spot them in the Quran. So this course is also, alhamdulillah, very beneficial. The third course that we have is also a tafsir course. So for those of you that have really enjoyed Sister Zuleika's tafsir course, and it is going to, as soon as I finish this last portion of what I want to say, the tafsir, she will be doing the final session of our tafsir. So those of you that have just joined us, please do stay with us. Sister Zuleika's tafsir is going to start in a few minutes, inshallah. So the tafsir course, if you do want to continue with Sister Zuleika, alhamdulillah, she does teach 2 tafsir courses with us. One of them is going through the 27th juz. Another one is going through the 30th juz. These classes have already started. There was a pause for Ramadan. They will resume after Ramadan. This is one of the courses where you don't even have to wait till September. You can actually apply for it now. You can join the classes, and you will get access to recordings for any of the surahs that you've missed. So in your own time, you can actually go through some of the surahs that you haven't been able to go through with her. And at the same time, you can straight after Ramadan continue with tafsir. So this is something which is really, really, alhamdulillah, of benefit, that you can actually continue tafsir straight after Ramadan. She does go through in a very similar fashion how she has been doing with us. But because there isn't the time constraints that we had during Ramadan, our Ramadan course, alhamdulillah, sometimes there is a lot more detail added into her tafsir, which makes it even more enjoyable. So I would recommend, for those of you that can, please do sign up for our tafsir course. The other course that we have, we started this year, and it has been very, very successful, is the Understanding Salah course. We know the importance of salah. We know we're going to be asked. It's the first question that we will be asked about on Yawm al-Qiyamah. We know that if the salah is good, if our salah is good, then the rest of our day of judgment will be good. So really, salah is really fundamental for us. We do really need to. A lot of us, know that we need to connect with our salah more. A lot of us are in constant battle, trying to get the khushu', trying to get that heart engaged in our salah. This Salah course is actually phenomenal. It's a brilliant Salah course because what it does is it not only goes through the word to word. So yes, it will go through the word to word of everything that you say from the beginning, Allahu Akbar, to the end, Taslim. It will go through each word so you understand exactly what you're saying. And the teacher goes over it a few times so that you really do, it's cemented in you so that, when you pray your Salah, it's coming second nature and you are being able to recall the meaning of the words you're saying. But the teacher also will go over the value, the significance of certain actions, why you're saying certain things in certain places, why having these different movements and what is their significance. And really it's not just understand your salah. She will teach you how to, again, how to connect emotionally so that your heart is engaged with your salah. And this is really, really important. So this course runs once a week and it is for 1 year and very, very beneficial. So I would recommend signing up for this. So all of these courses. Oh, we have got another new course which will be starting this year. Some of our students have been recommending. They suggested and wanted a khatma. So they wanted to be able to have the opportunity to go through the Quran from the beginning to the end with a teacher to make sure that they're reciting it correctly. So this class also will be starting. And it's just recitation. So as a group, you will start from the beginning of the Mus'haf. Each person will recite a portion of the Quran and they will move through the Quran from the beginning to its end. And the teacher will then correct the students and point out key things or key significant words that we need to pay particular attention to, or that may have special rules. So alhamdulillah, those are the courses. For new students, all the timetable, the up-to-date schedule for the new classes that are starting in September are all available on our website. So you can actually go on and start registering for that now. And I would recommend actually that sign up now. If this is something which interests you and you want to pursue it, register now. Don't leave it till later, because what's going to happen is if you're planning to register after Ramadan, you start to go back into your normal routine. The influence of shaitan, of course, is more. And there is a chance that you're just going to become distracted and not get that opportunity. What I suggest is strike while the iron is hot, register for the courses now, and that way you're committed and you have something either straight after Ramadan in the case of tafsir, or you wait until September, but there is something waiting for you. Right, so you know that you have committed yourself to studying the Book of Allah, to gaining a closeness to Him through trying to improve and this desire to do the acts of ibadah and become a better Muslim in a way that pleases Allah. So I would recommend doing that now. And if you do sign up now, there is a early bird discount available for you. We do offer sponsorships for students that cannot afford the payment. If you look at our prices, it is very, very reasonable. But for those of you that still struggle with that, don't worry, we do have sponsorships available. And also, for those of you that would like to help a fellow student, you can actually sponsor a student to study the Quran with us. And this would then be your sadaqah jariyah. It would be something for every time that person recites Quran, every time that person is impacted or benefits from the teachings of the Quran and changes something and becomes more obedient to Allah, then inshallah this is all a way of you gaining sadaqah jariyah. And this again is available through our website. So you can apply for the sponsorship on the website. And if you would like to sponsor a student, you can also do that through our website. I think I have spoken enough now. I think we're eagerly waiting for Sister Zuleika's tafsir. Jazakallah khairan for your patience. Please remember all of the QSL team in your du'as. I ask Allah to allow us to reach the last 10 nights of Ramadan in sakina and in good health. I also ask Allah to make us of those who have iman and wahtisaba, in our fasting, in our staying up, in our qiyam, and also in our search for Laylatul Qadr. And may Allah make us amongst those who come out of Ramadan, amongst those that are forgiven. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآية والذكر الحكيم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Take care, everybody, and inshallah, I hope to see you all soon in another capacity. Please stay with us. Sister Zuleika will be starting the tafsir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.